All right, folks, here is the quick and dirty on how to use the new Trauma Hall Sims. When you guys get into lab, it's probably worth it to take a couple minutes and just play with this. Or if you need some extra help, just come find me. So Trauma Hall has two parts. We've got the sim, the mannequin itself, and then we've got a tablet that controls it. So let's look over at the mannequin. All right, so mannequin, just take this guy off. Just a quick run through. We've got eyes that can change pupils just by flicking them to the different settings. So you can do unequal or not. You've got your airway, it's realistic. There's settings in the simulator in the tablet that can let you swell it up and change. You can get chest rise and fall as well. There's our surgical crike. It's got all the stuff that you need to do surgical crike. Matt H will walk you guys through that a little bit more detail when you guys get to that part. We've got chest rise and fall that you can control using the tablet. So you can make the rate change, you can make the depth change, you can make one side of the chest rise and the other not, like a tension pneumo. These are the pads for the defibs, the defib stickers to go on right now. We are getting upgraded to newer chest skins, so those will be coming soon, so they'll be the clip ones. We have heart sounds and lung sounds as well. The lung sounds are a little tricky to hear because there's a compressor that causes the chest to go up and down. So you might have to turn the volume up, which I'll show you, but that's the function we have. Looking at the arms, we have pulses. Pulses are in the neck, the arm, and the wrist. I'm not sure if we have them in the feet, but I'm sure they're in the upper extremities. You can also get a blood pressure here as well, a manual blood pressure. Moving down, there's nothing in the abdomen, there's nothing in the pelvis, though just kind of on the side. On this side, you'll see here's the port where you plug in, as well as the on and off switch. So give it a push, it turns it on, give it another push, it turns it off. Getting down here, we've got the legs, nothing crazy here. There's sites for IM injections. And the lower extremities. Again, nothing crazy here. All right, so that's the physical mannequin. So to set up for your lab station, you're going to first go to the mannequin, make sure it's plugged in and charged. I'll be doing my best to go through every lab station and plug them all in. Then you're gonna go to the tablet, and we're gonna click on Uni. Everything's gonna load up. Now we're just going to click the simulator that we want. Every tablet only has one simulator, and they're identified by serial number. I'll make sure the tablets are lined up correctly, but if something doesn't work, you can check inside the leg to see what the serial number is. Connection. So right here, they connect via radio. You can also connect via Bluetooth or plug-in. So we'll be alternating between radio and Bluetooth. If you have two trauma halls in the same lab space, probably best for one to use radio and one to use Bluetooth. And the radio device is just this little dongle that attaches here. So once you're connected and you're all set up, hit connect. Now you see right here, it says that the mannequin's off. So what that means, the mannequin's not turned on, obviously. So when you start this, it's gonna say start without connection. You just need to go and turn the mannequin on by hitting that power button. Once that's ready, this will all go away. All right, so this is a real quick and dirty on how to get a basic sim going. On the side, you'll see a couple tabs. We've got favorites, if we've pre-saved things. Here's your queue, which I'll get to in a minute. All your vitals, so clicking on this tab gives you access to all the vitals that we can work with in this sim. We've got your neurological vitals, your airway, your breathing, cardiac, circulation, and trauma. So if you want to set a vital, let's say we want to change the respiratory rate, you just click on it. You can change the rate by speed or by a percentage if you want it to increase by 25%. That'll make it go up by 25%. If you want to make it go down by 25%, just put a negative sign there. And then you can either hit apply now to make it happen instantly or go add to queue. So we'll do add to queue. And let's change their percent inspiration. So how big of a depth of a brush, how deep of a breath they're taking. And we'll decrease it by 25% as well. Add to Q. Now we go over here to Q. Again, if we hit happen right away, it would happen right away. And here you can decide to make all these changes apply immediately, or we can change it over seconds or over minutes, depending on what we want. We're gonna go to seconds and we'll say it happens over 10 seconds. Click on the apply button and you'll see that his rate is gonna change. We'll see it right here. And his depth is gonna change over the next 10 seconds. And you can see what the setting is by reading the tab right here. All right, so just some things about the equipment to make sure that it lasts as long as we can and we don't break them. Careful with all the plugins that we don't pull any cords out. If you're using 2 labs in one space, one should be radio and the other one should be set to Bluetooth. Careful with the plug-in cords. Ideally, we can run these mannequins for 8 to 10 hours unplugged. So ideally, I'll plug them in at night. The batteries will all be full, but in case, just remind students to be cautious. Again, with the connection ports, just be very careful. The chest rise and fall. So the way this works is that there's 2 balloons here that cause the chest to go up and down. That works great. If you want the students to do CPR, you have to put the mannequin in apneic mode or just turn the respiratory rate to 0. If they do compressions while this is trying to breathe, they'll pop the lungs and they won't work anymore. Otherwise, that's it. Here are the ports for filling up for bleeding. Don't you guys worry about that. That's going to be my job to fill up these and drain them at the end of the day. If you want a sim that has bleeding, just please let me know beforehand so I have time to fill everything up. I think that's it.